So, I really want to talk about self motivation today, especially during a time like this. One, we cannot negate the obvious, which, there is trauma. We're adjusting to the way life is. And you'll probably hear me say that multiple times, but we can't negate that. It's fact, it's truth. It's important that we give ourselves grace, but we also want to look at our lives and honor ourselves and honor our dreams and look at how can we self-motivate ourselves. Ha! There we go. That's the lack of sleep, honey. But I'll never forget when it was about 20 years ago. I'm sitting at a receptionist desk. I was, temping, and it seemed like I always got these amazing ideas when I was temping at a job that I really didn't want to be at. And I'm sitting at the desk, and I started writing. I was like, I'm getting a download. I started writing this masterful idea of this vision that I had to sell jewelry, which would be bracelets that say I am. They were affirmations, and then also do retreats for young teenagers and women. And I had this big, big goal, this beautiful vision. And I ended up going downtown, buying some beads, and I got all the beads and I put them together. And I came back and I made these bracelets. And in making these bracelets, I ended up selling maybe like 4 or 5 bracelets. I sold 4 or 5 bracelets. And in retrospect, I realized that I had made this grandiose vision, which we all at some point should have the big visions for our lives. However, I never broke that vision down. I never broke it down. And if we think about being motivated to do something, it's hard to be motivated to do something if we look at it and it just seems too big. There's no way we're gonna wanna be motivated. Just imagine a huge boulder, and if you think I have to move this huge boulder 40 miles an hour, 100 yards down the way, you're gonna look at that boulder and be like, yeah, nah, I'm good. But if you said, I just gotta push this boulder an inch today, I think I could do that. Whether I'm sliding it a little bit, or whether I'm pushing behind it, or whether I'm putting a stick under it to make it move. Knowing that you have small steps is going to be huge when it comes to self-motivation. So I'm just gonna give you 3 tips that can potentially help you with self-motivation. And I think it's important for us to understand this for ourselves personally. Like, I can give these tips, but your personal why, your personal vision is going to be different. Everyone's vision is going to be different. The number one is when you make that intention and that vision, you have to make it a part of life. And I say making it a part of life because that's what brings it smaller. If we think vision out here, I'm gonna have, a seven-figure, 100-employee business. That vision is something in the future. And that's okay to have that, but you have to make vision daily. So if you're gonna pick up the phone and make a phone call to someone, what is your vision and your intention for how you want that phone call to turn out? Or if you do have that big, massive 7-figure, 100-employee business, what does the action today that's going to get you to that? And make these actions small. And the reason why, oh my goodness, small actions, they have this built-in mechanism that builds confidence. We all need to feel success, period. So having the tiny vision, the tiny actionable step, that's going to help you take a step throughout the day. That's going to help you go, hey, you know what? I did them 5 sit-ups. I could do that. Whatever it is. But 5 is better than none. I always use that example because I'll have a minimum 7-minute workout, and that 7 minutes is better than nothing. It's better than nothing, period. I will receive that any day. But then I don't have to deal with the shame and the guilt that we put on ourselves, that false shame and guilt when we have a task and we don't do it. So I want you to make vision a part of your daily life, meaning the small visions and intentions. Like, my intention for getting on this call was to leave you guys inspired and motivated. That was my simple intention today. I set one every time I come on the call. Whether it's yeah, thank you, Tiffany. Whether sometimes it's to come on the call and it's I want whoever is feeling isolated to feel connected. I just pick one. Sometimes everyone might get multiple ones, but I have to pick one because that's going to dictate, one, me getting on the call. Like, if I had no vision and intention of what I wanted to do, I'd be like, yo, we can do this next week or in a couple of weeks. Because I did lives every Wednesday for a while and then I stopped and I didn't come back. I didn't have a vision for it. I had to stop it. And so make it a daily activity, setting the intention, a vision, lay in the bed in the morning and set your vision for what you want to do that day, because it brings that big goal that's out there into the present moment, And so making the vision part of everyday life, take action. You want to start ridiculously small. Don't get defeated by that, by trying to start big, because that'll defeat you. That's done. And then this is the last one. You have to track your wins, no matter how small they are. Track your wins no matter how small they are. And when you do this, a lot of times we think of self-motivation as, I gotta pump myself up, I gotta do all these things, but it's really becomes a lifestyle. My objective is to try and get you guys into a space of creating these things that make your life a little bit more efficient into being a lifestyle. So if you have that small vision, you just laying, let's say you wake up in the morning, you're like, my intention today is to have peace no matter what. Let that be your vision. That's something that is somewhat small. You can just say that to yourself. You're not inundating yourself with a whole bunch of things. And you want to, at the end of the day, say, I did the damn thing. I did good. I did good. You have to celebrate that. We all want recognition. People want to be seen and heard. So the relationship that you have with yourself, do the same thing. See yourself, hear yourself, give yourself a pat on the back, have gratitude for what you have said. And that is all I got for you on this Girlfriends Chat. Now it's all about you. I would love if something came. I'm so pumped up. I always say that. You guys give me so much life. You give me so much energy. I'm really excited today. I love that. I love it.